Your first task is to find out what that key buying emotion is. Because without it, you're like a blind man tapping his stick as you walk along.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you again, and it's brilliant in my book to have Bob Terson. I hope you love Bob as much as I do. Bob, welcome back.
John, I can't tell you how much fun it is to be here.
Bob's one of these guys I've met, and he's been saying to me for years, at the end of an email, hugs. So I got here and met Bob in Sydney, and we've had a great hug. It's been a great time. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, you've made this one of the most memorable trips of my life.
Good on you. Good on you. Well, we are in Australia, and I think most Australians would treat you accordingly. We love to have you visit us. Hey, the subject I wanted to talk today about was emotion versus logic in sales, and I know you've got some real stories about this that we can learn from. Tell me what your thinking is around emotion versus
Yes,
logic.
well, people buy on emotion as opposed to logic or reason.
Even a friend of mine, Kean McLaughlin, he does large corporate type reviews of wins and losses and big deals, and he says all the feedback comes back is corporations buy on emotion. Big corporations. Why? All the time they say, well, it came down, it was really close in the end, but we think we can work better with this organisation.
Well, think of it this way. Let's say there are two neighbors, and they really don't like each other very much. And this guy just bought a brand new Lexus 460
Right.
with all the toys on it. And this guy is going nuts. So he goes into a car dealership looking to buy an automobile. And the salesman is a good salesperson and asks questions. And because he did that, he found out about the neighbor who has the 460. And so now he's selling to this man's ego.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this man is not buying a car. He's buying equality with his neighbor. And the salesperson who was astute enough to find out what the key buying emotion was is home free. Because this guy's not going to walk out without equality to his neighbor.
And because he asked that questions and understood the emotional drivers the customer's got, the customer also would have had trust. So there would be an emotional bond start to build between the customer, and so there was faith in what this guy was actually going to
Well,
do.
if the salesperson just goes into benefits of the car,
Feature, function, benefit.
yeah, he's talking over this person's head.
Mm.
But if he tells a story about, you're going to pull up in this car, park it in your driveway, and your neighbor's eyeballs are going to pop right out of his head. and this buyer is like, yeah, boy, where do I sign?
And look, the reality is that person making that purchase decision is probably an executive in a company. He's going to be buying the same way as a buyer in a big corporate. So it doesn't matter whether it's a transactional sale, like a motor car, or it's a big corporate purchase.
Yes.
People buy on emotion, don't
Yes.
they?
So the salesperson, when you begin, your first task is to find out what that key buying emotion is. Because without it, you're like a blind man tapping his stick as you walk along. But once you have that key buying emotion, you have, to mix metaphors, unlocked the vault.
Absolutely. To me, and I call that step of finding out discovery, and I really cringe when salespeople will go and start having a discussion, ask one or two questions, latch onto something, and go into sales mode, product, feature, function, benefit, and they really haven't got to the depths of the needs and understandings and emotions of that person or the people that are going to be in the buying cycle within an organisation.
There you go. Yeah.
I've got I say to salespeople time and time again, particularly in big corporate sales, you don't talk about your company, your product, or yourself in the first call, often the second call, often the third or fourth call. If you haven't completed and got to the depths of discovery in an organisation and being able to start getting them to think differently, then you're wasting your time starting to talk about your product or your company. No,
you're just giving cold information that has no meaning.
And they can get that on the internet these days anyway. That's not a value of a salesperson, is it?
No. You have to know what the key buying emotion is.
I like it, Bob. Emotions is what selling is all about, and it's real. We are human beings, all of us. And we like to be liked. We like to have people understand us and understand what makes us tick. And if they're going to really get a good understanding of what makes us tick on an emotional level, they're going to be able to help us achieve what our dreams are all about. And I think that's what selling's all about.
I agree.
Bob, thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to the next time.
Me too.
Good on you. Okay, over to you, and until next time, thank you.